welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Tennessee Titans. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here on the opening kickoff, as we'll start at the 25.
Go, Jack! Go, Reed! Go! Ready, ready?
The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, 19 Lions. Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat.
Willis now off of play action. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Tough spot for Willis and the Titans, now facing 3rd and long following the sack. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Rig alert, rig alert. Check smash, check smash. Ready.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Titans had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and a couple.
Hurt. Right there, hurt. Ready.
Here's a quick throw completed by Willis. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
70. 70 Ranger. Warriors 70. Panther 11. 79 Broncos. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Let go.
To throw, here's Willis. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down. Interesting decision here. Opening drive, Charles, 4th and short. You're in field goal range. We'll see what they do.
I just shake a fist at my offense and say, go get it, guys, because if you can't pick up 4th and short here, we're probably in trouble the rest of the game. Show some confidence, show some aggressiveness, go pick it up.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth.
Ready. Panther Street.
They'll run for it with Henry. Oh, the defense right there to stop him. Did he get the yard he needed? He did, says the referee. Barely. First down. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on fourth down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Hey, smash Broncos! Let's go!
They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. Yeah, they're a tough unit to throw against. Currently fourth toughest in the NFL.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
From the 33, here's second down and 8. Henry running right. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, check that. Street. Let's go.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Let's go now.
Second down and 8.
Big Lion. Ready.
Here's Willis now off the play fake. On the move to his left. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Duvernay in motion.
19 Titans.
Willis going to try to run it. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he's stopped in the backfield. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll look to Willis to pass it here. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Go.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Divine Diablo dropping him behind the line of scrimmage.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
We're scoreless after 1. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Baylor Tigers. Baylor Tigers.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he is out of bounds up around the 14-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Now Herbert with it looking to pass. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. Room past the 35. Off to the races. Mike Williams. Touchdown, LA. Mike Williams. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Chargers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 7-0. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now their versatile running back. Here's Austin Eckler. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
3rd and long, it's Herbert. Able to complete it to Johnston. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Kappa. 59. Home to strike.
Here's Herbert. His throw incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Hey, ram. Go.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
And And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Steps away. Herbert has it knocked free. It's picked up by the Titans. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Flush to his right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Tough spot for Willis and the Titans, now facing 3rd and long following the sack. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Bottom line is that he is just something else as a runner because there are not many QBs in this league who can rip off a game that big. And he did it with the defense giving him a little extra attention after he hit him on a run earlier this series.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Now they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Play action. Here's Willis. Rolling to his left. Willis throws another interception. His 3rd of the game. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Chargers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now it's Herbert. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Titans are going to get the football here at their own 23.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Third down, it's Willis. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a fourth down situation. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now on fourth down, here's Ryan Stonehouse to punt for Tennessee. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And they may be content to take this 7-0 lead into the locker room. We'll see. A little short pass. This is Everett. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's second down.
Let's go. Let's go, let's go. 12. Baylor Tigers. Baylor Tigers. Ready.
Here's Herbert. And that one complete downfield to Allen. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. And that catch, he just hit number 800 in his NFL career.
And just think, that puts you in top 35 range all time in the NFL in terms of number of catches. One significant guy in that number, Shannon Sharpe, who was a tight end. That's big-time play right there.
Hey, go Lion.
Herbert. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Hey, Kappa. Go.
Herbert back to the air. Dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Ready. Check smash. 18, Pioneer. Check Bobcat. Trap 60. Up. Ready.
Last play of the half, Willis. It got his man, complete. So we have reached halftime. Intermission with the visiting Chargers on top as we'll head down to Orlando.
Both of these coaching staffs feverishly making their final plans for the second half. One of these two teams is going to get their first win. And for the call, let's kick it back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
2nd and 10. Here's Herbert once more. This is caught by Williams. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
First down, Los Angeles.
Herbert going to change the play here. Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Credit the tackle for loss to Harold Landry.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Jabril Cox from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
21.
Herbert now. Well, that's into the hands of Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
A gain of 34 yards. First down, Charger.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Quentin Johnston with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Hurt! Hurt! Right there, hurt!
Henry again on second down. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. The passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Go.
They'll try the right side with Eckler. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. It's Eckler again. Down inside the 40. Azeez Al-Shaair in to make the stop.
Azeez Al-Shaair on the tackle.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the from the 39-yard line. Here comes second down at 6. Up the middle with Eckler. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Hopkins' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so that you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. Just what silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like 1 possession left and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter, but do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
19 right.
10 at the 45-yard line.
Set up. I go. Ready.
Willis looks to pass it here. Open man is Duvernay. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
70 Rangers, 7 Warriors, 70. Panther 11, Panther 11.
Willis is going to throw once more. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Baylor tight. Go.
Looking to throw. Herbert. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. How about this? He's to the 10. Touchdown, Chargers. Quentin Johnston with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Let's go now.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball. And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough, but man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
Now a give running left is Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Chargers 34, Titans nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
First down.
79 Broncos.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats. Go.
To the air on first down. Here's Willis. And my goodness, another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Once more, here's Eckler. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Oh, and this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Just a 30-yard punt that time, and it'll be Titan football.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Willis. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it. One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hurt. Right there, hurt.
Willis, 4th down, has to have it. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder, because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
The Charger drive about to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
8-yard pickup. First down, Los Angeles.
Eckler now between the tackles. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down LA. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good